Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the AEW pay-per-view limited edition from AEW Revolution Sting action figure, or I guess the best of pay-per-view Sting figure. We'll leave it at that. This is a Target exclusive. This is just another one in the line of many. They had Bryan Danielson, they had Wardlow, Britt Baker, and now Sting. I'm trying to think if there were any other ones that I'm missing. Hangman Adam Page. I know that well, obviously, I have an inbox version of this, which I showed off on the channel fairly recently. I have the Hangman Adam Page. I have the Wardlow. And then I think I'm only missing the Bryan Danielson and the Britt Baker inbox. But I was thinking about that. I think I want to have the whole line of the pay-per-view limited edition figures because they are really cool and they're super unique. All right. Quick little story. I went to Target today, and my intention was actually to steal one of the displays that they had there. For some reason, I guess they were watching me on cameras or whatever, but some guy stopped me at the front door. He's like, hey, you can't take that. So I guess my days of stealing all the WWE displays are over. Maybe I'll just, skip a town or something like that and go to Herkimer. Who knows? But I was going to buy this figure. My whole little gimmick is, I bring the figure up there and the display. I buy the figure, and then it's like, at least I'm buying something. I'm not just walking out. And if somebody asks me, I'm like, oh, I didn't know. But regardless, I have no moral troubles about stealing cardboard that is going to be incinerated from a store that doesn't care about it. So you guys can bark up my tree all you want. Regardless, we are going to be taking a look at this figure today. So without further ado, let's do just that. A lot going on here. Something I will say is this is not a figure that I really want to display, and I'm actually not interested in the figure here. There is something else in here that I'm more interested in than the figure, but the figure is super cool. It's a new mold. There are a couple accessories that I'll probably swap around with my my Ultimate Edition Sting, my Supreme Sting. But with that being said, let's open this up. I do have one in box, like I said, so I'm not concerned with this. I kind of was wanting to wait until this went on discount, but I was in a little bit of a bind today, as you have heard. But to take a look at some of the awesome accessories that this comes with. And these accessories, especially that, are kind of the main draw of this figure for me. I'm having a little bit of trouble here. Quite the thick figure here. We've got another Sting jacket. We will take out the main part. I'm not missing anything, no. And there we have it out of the box, still in the packaging, the best of pay-per-view Sting. This is, of course, from his retirement match at AEW Revolution 2024. I watched that whole pay-per-view front to back. I loved it. What a night. I'm trying to think. That was, I think that was probably the same night, maybe, that Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley faced off for the Continental Championship, and Eddie won, I think. I think that's when that was. I'm probably wrong, but that was a great pay-per-view. That was the Swerve, Hangman, Samoa Joe triple threat for the World Championship, and Swerve lost. What a great pay-per-view. But let's take a look at all these accessories, and I guess I'll pull that one off really quick if I can. Number one, we do have this hard goods, I guess you can say, or plastic Sting jacket. So the arms don't move. It's all one piece, but you do have that scorpion on the back. These jackets aren't bad because Sting is, kind of nonchalant. The arms down work for him. You don't really need a whole lot of articulation there, but we do have that. Next up here, because he does have the grappling hands, which we'll take a look at in a second, he does have a set of Sting fists with a little scorpion on there. Black gloves, a little bit of white paint. Next up here, we have an extra head accessory with some of the face paint kind of worn off, or at least like half the face paint. But we have that, and he's screaming as well. This is actually a pretty good head sculpt. On top of that, one of the big reasons I got this was, the Icon Sting. AEW Revolution, March 3rd, 2024. This is the bat. So this will be my new Sting bat. And I think that the bat is currently with Darby. Yeah, I think it's summer, but it's currently with Darby, so I will give Darby this bat. If you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure Sting gave him his bat, which is why Darby always carries it around. But to have a nice little inscribed bat is pretty cool there. All right, finally here, we can take a look at the figure, and then we'll leave that accessory for the end because that's what I'm most excited for. All right. I am actually a really big fan of this figure. And we're going to start top to bottom today because of something special. So number one, we have this Sting head sculpt. Really, really good. The face paint looks great. The hair looks great. I'm a huge fan of this. It's just, what a great, the white is just so clean. Very, very nice. Torso here, you got that typical kind of ab crunch for the AEW figures. All black, long sleeve shirt, double jointed arms. You got some articulation there. The grappling hands, like I said, with that scorpion insignia still on them. No belt or anything here at the torso, or here at the crunch, but I guess it does pivot, maybe. Oh, no. It doesn't, and I would not force that, but I guess he doesn't really pivot too much. But the cool part are the pants here. This is a new pants mold for Sting. The legs are a little bit short, makes him look a little bit short, but it's not really that bad. But you can see kind of at the bottom here, they flare out more than they were before, where they're kind of tucked into the boots. But I really, really like this leg mold. And I'm wondering, can we pop it off? We can. So you might be able to use this with some other figures, just some decent black pants. But yeah, I told you, very interesting technique for the torso here on Sting. And yeah, I mean, he just looks a little short is the thing. He just looks a little short, but I guess, you know, with age, you get shorter. But I do like this new leg mold with those shoes. It is very, very nice. This is one of the better Stings, I do have to say. So that's really awesome. But finally here, we're going to take a look at this very unique chair from AEW Jazzwares. This is going to be with the AEW Revolution promo printed on there. So right here you can see you've got Sting's retirement match, Darby and Sting versus the Young Bucks, who are the current champions. Darby and Sting, of course, won. And then up here at the top, you got Hangman, Samoa Joe, and Swerve for that world title triple threat. This was the main draw. I don't even care. Well, I wasn't planning on it, but I don't really care about spending $20, even if it was just for this. I love this. The first ever, as far as I know, printed chair from AEW Jazzwares. The only other one that I have is a TLC one from WWE Elite, and that just has a TLC on the top here. But this is such a cool accessory. I love this. I wish I could have an army of these, you know? They're just so cool. Quick little look here at the chair kind of positioned down. Not the same kind of material, a little bit more flimsy than WWE Elite, but still, that is so cool. What an awesome accessory. I can't wait to see what I do in the thumbnail with this, but I'm very excited. So we have that. And there we go. A nice little review of the Target exclusive Best of Pay-Per-View Sting from AEW. And I will leave it there, folks. As always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.